Real quick, I just want to preface this video by saying this is not a change in the YouTube Let's Play format. This is a live stream over on twitch.tv/pizzalover346. I mentioned this a lot throughout the video, but I wanted just to make sure that it was really said in the preface that YouTube content will not change at all. We will have Let's Plays, and they will be in their standard format, and I will try to keep a regular schedule on them, and they will be games I've beaten or I think would be suitable to be blind. However, over on Twitch, there will be exclusive streamed content, and a lot of that will be blind because I feel like streams are a better place to do that because you guys can interact and help me through the ride live in the moment because of chat. And that's just going to add a little bit of a bonus to being over on Twitch. So if you're just on YouTube, you'll be getting content, no worries. However, you'll be missing out on some Twitch stuff. And if you're just on Twitch, well, you'll be getting content, but you'll be missing out on some really cool Let's Plays. So it's definitely worth checking out both places. But remember, this isn't going to be a new format. Not every time will I be talking to Twitch chat. The chat will be in the way, and it'll go back to regular Let's Plays in the future. And if you ever want to just catch me live, twitch.tv/pizzalover346. With all that being said, enjoy the video. Hello everybody, it's pizzalover346 here, and welcome to Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. Last time we finished Gobi's Valley, and this time we're headed to the next level. But we're also streaming! As you can see by the little chat now appears on stream notification I left everyone, so hopefully we'll get some fun interaction in here as we make our way through Banjo Kazooie and through the playthrough. So, we need to go open up the next level, which is Mad Monster Mansion. And it's an interesting one to open. Rawr. Okay. So, hello Red Knight. Welcome to the stream. Your name's right over there, where the chat is. I'm working on the whole overlay thing, but welcome. Feel free to start some conversation. That's neat. Yeah, it is. Man, it took me forever to get it figured out, but it's all good now. Where do I need to go? I need to go this way for not Freeze Easy, for Mad Monster Mansion. So basically, we're doing our playthrough here like usual, but streamed, so you get to have a conversation and hang out. But yeah, so we're headed off to Mad Monster Mansion, which is down here, I believe. I gotta remember. Winner. Okay. I just realized I'm using the stream layout to play the game. I'm not even looking at the game window. I'm using the stream layout because it's a wider view. And there's not much delay here. That's pretty tight. I like that. Alright, here we go. So fun fact about this little room here. That's I guess it's not really a development fun fact, but more for the speedrunning side of things. Speedrunners are yet to find a way to skip this in the 100% category, but if they could, it would save a solid minute, because you have to swim out here, jump up, and even if you're talon trot jumping here, it still takes a little bit, and then you have to swim back out. It's just a long swim. But we've opened Mad Monster Mansion, the spooky level of the game. But you know, that's okay. Oh, Mad Monster Mansion. I've got some history with Mad Monster Mansion. I'm holding on to say later on when we reach its relevancy, but let it be known. You're getting Super Mario 64 vibes? I feel like you should. So this is the same console as Super Mario 64. It is on the Nintendo 64. And it's the same style game. It's a 3D platformer, but this one innovated the collectathon genre in the sense that there are so many things for you to pick up along the way to reach that 100%. In Mario 64, it was just the stars, 120 stars. In this, you've got 100 jiggies, 900 notes. I'm trying to remember how many honeycombs. There's 2 per world, there's 9 worlds, 18 honeycombs, and the Jinjos count towards jiggies, so yeah. That's the whole shebang. There's a lot that goes into it 100% of this game, but it's very, very chill, very, very fun. Rawr. There you go. Okay. Where do we... Sheesh. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I've done it a couple times, though. It becomes manageable because it's all split up to worlds. There's 100 notes per world. They're like coins. They're not hard to find. 2 honeycombs per world and 10 jiggies per world. So, you know. And one of the jiggies is always the 5 Jinjos, so... You know, you've got, what, 5 times 9, 45 Jinjos to collect, but that just goes into your jiggies, so it's whatever. Okay. Over here, before we jump into Mad Monster Mansion, we actually have to go open something for later. Just for some setup that's happening later on. Right over here, there's this gate down the path. There's a Mumbo hut down there, so we're just gonna go like that. And then we're going to go enter Mad Monster Mansion. We just needed to open that grate as Banjo and Kazooie first. Because you have to collect all your notes in one go. They don't save on the N64. Because that was too much. There's too much going on. Oh, I love the music in this stage. It's amazing. I'm going to let it play for a minute here. Oh, the music's amazing. I feel like that's a big gushing point for all of the Banjo series is the music. You just want to go silent and let it play as you go through because it's something special. This over here is another feature of Stop and Swap. I'll talk about that later because I'm actually thinking about doing a little bonus video that's all Stop and Swap, so we'll hold off. Music is a big part of games, yeah. Well, Banjo Kazooie, as the name suggests, also just has a large focus on the musical aspect. And with a composer like Grant Kirkhope, music is just amazing, you know? So that huge part of the game is just incredible, and you never want to miss a beat. Like, Grant's really good about making transitional bits in his music. So if you go underwater, there's a little bit of a like a waterloggedness sound to the music. It changes a little. In caves, it changes a little. Every area has a slightly different variation of the world theme. Grant did an excellent job. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, it is really cool. You can actually hear it right now. I'll let it play. Inside, it gets a little more bassy and a little bit more delicate about it. And then outside, it's very dramatic and spooky because you're outside a haunted mansion. It's incredible, honestly. I could go on for hours about how much I love the music in this game, but well, I think I already do enough throughout the playthrough. Oh, there we go. Do 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 do. Okay. Music notes, is that it? Was it just... Okay, I guess that was a waste of time coming in there. I thought there was something more in there. Oh, wait, are there notes in that corner? I better check. Mad Monster Mansion's where everything's hazy for me. Like, I know this game pretty well. In the next levels, I know where stuff is. But Mad Monster Mansion is a big old gray area where I have an idea where things are. But if you ask me, hey, what do you do first? I'm like, oh, you do the thing. Because there's just so much that can be done immediately. There's not much that's held off by other things in this world. It's interesting. You just kind of go. So this is the maze. There's these ghosts who are actually, they have a cool beta history, which has nothing to do with Stop and Swap, but everything to do with the creation of this game. Basically, before this game was Banjo-Kazooie, it was a Super Nintendo RPG under the name of Project Dream, and there were these goblin enemies at one point. And the goblin enemies were scrapped and, of course, never used again because the game became this game and Banjo and Kazooie became the stars instead of the boy Edison. But they decided to take the head of those goblin enemies and slap them on these ghosts here. These teehees is what they're called. So the teehees are, in fact, scrapped enemies from Project Dream. Would they act like this? Probably not, but the design is still there. I think that's everything in the maze, I hope. I got the Jinjo, I got some notes. Up on the rooftop. There we go. Okay. Over yonder, we've got some... Oh! Woo! Alright, this is going to be important later. That's part of my story, that thick drain pipe there, so remember that. Oh yeah, we could go do that, I guess. Well, there's plenty of things to do. Again, Mad Monster Mansion's the world where you will never run out of things to do. There's always something to run and do until you've got everything. Spooky Town. Let's go in here, I guess. There we go. Okie doke. Oh, okay, so we can't get down here, but there's our honeycomb. We need to, be something else for that. We'll come back for you. But we've opened that up for that something else, which is our transformation for this world. So, that'll be cool when we get there. I like how as soon as I said there's a lot you can do right off the bat, I'm running into all the few things you can do as, well, hold on. Gurgle, bear is much too fat to fit in Logo's mouth. There's another thing you have to do as the transformation. As soon as I say you can do a lot off the bat, we go to the rooms where everything is the transformation's job. But I promise you, a majority of this world is Banjo stuff. Unlike the later game, the second game, which is a lot of transformation stuff, man. A lot of split up stuff and there's just a lot in the second game. Okay. Okay, here we go. I accidentally canceled that because I thought I was falling. Up on the rooftop. We got a green Jinjo. We've already got 3 of 5 Jinjos, man. Quick going, man. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where we need to go. Oh, there are frogs in this music track. I didn't know that. It's the Bubble Gloop frogs. Learn something new every time you play. Yeah, there are apparently Bubble Gloop frogs all up in here. So that's really, really neat. Alrighty, sorry for that little interruption there. It's okay. And that's why I'm not just directly uploading the stream VOD to YouTube. Because then that little awkward pause would be in there. That's okay though. Making sure there's no bad guys. There's just some notes up in here. But obviously, since we're 100%ing, we gotta get them all. Alley-oop. There's a window on the other side. I forget what this window is, if I'm being honest. Oh, wait, no, I think I know. Yeah, okay. Notes back here. Is that a yellow Jinjo? You can't kill that guy. I don't know why I'm... There we go. That's all I wanted to do. Golden feather back here. That's useful. I didn't even see that. Let's just do the focus of the room, because there's those notes back there. That's about it. And then up here, there's the yellow Jinjo. So when we go grab the blue Jinjo, we'll get a Jiggy for it, because we'll have freed all 5. Those are quick grabs. Let's do this fun thing. So this is what makes it a haunted mansion up here. If we hop down the chimney, we'll be placed into the dining room, and that is Napper. Napper is a sleeping ghost, and you saw the Jiggy inside him. So we need to go get that. But if we touch the floor, it is creaky. And creaky floorboards wake him up. So we're just gonna stroll in while he's sleeping. Grunty's gold, how it shone, she'll be mad, now it's gone. Yes, I'm mad and I boot. I'll put up your useless spooky butt. Or putt, sorry. Snapper rhymes like Grunty does, and I love it. But there's our first Jiggy. First of 10 in the world. Mad Monster Mansion is probably where you feel level fatigue if you do this all in one sitting. Because Mad Monster Mansion definitely progresses slowly. And then the next level kind of drags a little, but not in a very bad way, just kind of in like an odd way. You know, it kind of builds into its stuff a little more, and there's stuff that just takes time because it's challenging. And then the final level just feels like you're setting up everything, and we'll see why later, because we're probably gonna stream right to the end there. Okay, so we did that. We need to... Okay, I know what we need to do. I had to think about it for a minute. Okay. Here we go. We gotta break that gate in to get over there. I'm gonna grab our notes over here. We are actually gonna go over here because there are some things we can do over here. Like these flower pots, which are also a piece of trivia. That audio clip, the thank you, that is Grant Kirkhope, the composer of the game. However, he had to record that many times and he's British, to clarify, but he had to record that really emphasize the TH, because Nintendo was thoroughly convinced that he was trying to slip a, an FU in there. I was thinking about saying it and duck quacking it in post, but we are live, and I want to keep the stream PG too. But, because he was saying thank you, and it gets so compressed, people at Nintendo were thoroughly convinced he was trying to slip an F-bomb into Banjo Kazooie. And it's funny that that's the one thing they got concerned about, because this game likes to be suggestive at times. But anyway, he had to spend hours just saying thank you. And even now, people try to say that these flower pots are saying F you. So, yeah. It's always a fun piece of trivia, and I'm glad I get to talk about it. But you just throw some eggs in there, and you've got flowers. Banjo and Kazooie window here you can slide through. It's a secret door. And it's just an item room, but it's always worth noting. Yeah, okay, so here's a little bit of immersion breaking. I think I just need to start looking at OBS all the time when I'm streaming or recording, because it's just a nicer view than the game. At least when it's full screen like this. Okay, okay, right. I forgot about the window. Nothing over here? Nothing. Some organ happening in here, because this is a different building. It is the church, so there's an organ happening, and we'll see more of why in a minute. There's a lot of things that happen in a minute. Open that gate, and that's just the maze, is where we've created an entrance-exit deal. Okay, so we actually need to hop, skip, and jump up onto the roof. And we're going to do that like so. There we go. Because there's music notes and some other stuff to be had up here. On the roof of the church. How they got a church into a Nintendo game in '98, I have no idea, but whatever. Because '98, we're hot off the heels of people claiming Pokemon's the devil. So, don't ask how a church got slipped into here, but whatever. It's cool. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's disappointing. I messed up. It's okay, we'll just... Pokemon is actually kind of a dark game. You're not wrong. Some parts of it at least. Yeah, Lavender Town's pretty dark and stuff, and like... If you like pull it out of context, it feels a little dark, but like... I don't know. There were some bold claims happening in '98. People were convinced it was the devil's game and that it was going to poison their children or something. So, like, yeah, it's dark, but it's not that bad. And that should give you kind of a mind of what people were thinking about religion in games during '98. Yeah, it is a little stupid. See, even you get it. Pokemon's a dark game, and we can have that discussion if you want about, like, the dark components, but it's not as bad as it was being claimed to be in '98. We've got a Jiggy up here, by the way. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're actually done in this area for the moment. Oh, there's a Mumbo token in the maze. Okay, we'll pick that up later. All I remember is that cemetery tower in Black 2. Oh, Black 2 did have a cemetery tower, didn't it? I'd never actually got that far in that game. Black 2 and White 2 are probably my least played, or Black and White 2 are probably my least played Pokemon games. So I've actually forgot about that. But there's like the ghost girl, right? And she like appears there, and then she appears on the bridge or whatever. Isn't that like a mainline quest you have to do in the cemetery tower? You've only played Black 2 and Pearl, okay. You think so? Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I remember like seeing about the ghost girl who appears and disappears in Black 2 and White 2. And then she's also in X and Y in one of the Lumiose City buildings. She just like shows up. Greetings, O Solid One. I'm Tumblar, the mighty. Solve the puzzle, and you can take this infernal thing that's stuck under me. But no, in Lumiose, in one of the empty buildings in the city, there's just her. You like walk in, and it's empty, and you go upstairs, and she just stands there, looks at you for a minute, and then she glides away. Like she doesn't have a walking animation. Her feet are like stuck mid-stride, and she just slides across the floor. It's really weird stuff. But yeah, no. And then in Red and Blue, they had the infamous Lavender Town with its Pokemon Cemetery Tower, and yeah, there's just a lot of weird dark stuff in Pokemon. With that being said, it's a fun franchise. There we go. So this is Treasure Trove Cove, but later on and a little more difficult. Once again, we got to spell Banjo Kazooie, which I'm messing up. The old chateau in Pearl, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The little ghost house. I failed. Okay. So we got to spell Banjo Kazooie on this floor. I got caught up in talking about Pokemon. Oh, Warps is back here? Well, at least our notes are still grabbed. That's cool. That would have been cruel if they had just decided that notes were not allowed to be saved there. That's the first time I've ever failed that. Yeah, the old Chateau in Pearl. I always forget about that one. Diamond and Pearl I also have not played at all. So maybe that's my least played because I have not played Diamond or Pearl at all. And I played some Black and some White and some Black 2, some White 2. But yeah, no, the old chateau, the ghost mansion. I always forget about that one too. Pokemon's Dark. This puzzles should be easy, but I'm strange in the sense that I get ranting about Pokemon and forget what I have to do. I love it when games have spooky stuff. Then you showed up on the right episode, man. Or I guess the stream is just in the right spot for you because Spooky House. We're in the spooky level of the game. See, it's a lot easier when I'm focusing on what I need to do here. Where's our A? Yeah, the grunty squares hurt, and then you just spell Banjo Kazooie. It's just like Treasure Trove Cove, but you have to avoid things a little more. There's another O somewhere. There it is. Ouch. The Teehee's hurt, man. Uh-oh, we're gonna die soon if we don't grab this Jiggy. Take this thing, I'm leaving this gloomy shed. We gotta go kill some bad guys, or else we're gonna be hurting. Uh-oh. I forgot, you have to golden feather these guys. The skeletons look more like aliens than skeletons, I'm not gonna lie. It's whatever though. Cause either way, they're spooky boys. They really do. Yeah. Where am I? Okay. We're in the right place. Over yonder here is our good friend the Blue Jinjo, which means the Jinjo Jiggy. Hoorah! Gulp. Halfway there. 5 Jiggies. And we're more than halfway there on notes. Let's just take a moment to appreciate 69 notes. Alright, cool. Nice, yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm so low on health, I'm not actually gonna risk it over here. I'll just show what's happening over here. So over here there's a well that you can enter as Banjo and Kazooie, and there's a Jiggy at the bottom in a bucket. You're supposed to use the transformation to get it, but for a while, speedruns would have you just go down there as Banjo and Kazooie and avoid all the enemies by swimming. The problem with that is swim controls in this game are a little iffy, so it was always risky. And speedrunners thought it would save time up until a random Let's Player just accidentally got a better time by doing it the traditional way. And so, speedrunners were like, oh, okay, well, we'll just... Ow, okay, I'm hurting here. Speedrunners decided they were just gonna no longer swim through there. Oh, come on. Oh. I have 1 health. Do we have golden feathers? No. No! Oh, okay. Well, we're no longer notes ahead. Is that death number 2 in the playthrough? I think it is. Yeah, last level was a death. This level was a death. So we gotta recollect our notes, but we don't have to recollect our Jiggies or Jinjos. So that's cool. We also have to reopen things. Sounds like a pain. Only a little because we were at 75. Or if we're talking about the speedrun route, it was a pain. It was. And I used to do it, like, before I got super into running the game, I still tried to do certain tricks that were really self-explanatory because I wanted to. And I used to do that on just regular playthroughs, and it was always a pain, but I was like, no, I'm getting closer to speedrunning it, and now we just do it the traditional way. All the runners do. With that being said, the route I'm learning is from like 5 years ago, so it's very possible I'll start by running the old route where I swim through there. I swear though, the Banjo-Kazooie speedrun community has evolved quite a bit. It's been a wild ride, definitely. You know, we've evolved. Discovered what in 2016, 2017, the community discovered a nice little trick called Vertus Fun Moves, where if you set up a file and you die a specific way on one of the final bits, you get to keep your moves in the new file you create for the run. And so you don't have to learn moves as you go, which is a huge time save. It saves about 2 minutes. So that was incredible. So that's definitely an evolution. We found ways to skip Jiggy Jigs to save time and just crazy tricks, man. The Banjo-Kazooie community, ever evolving. What's the speedrun record? Any percent I think is an hour. Or maybe an hour and a half, and 100% is 2 hours and a minute, which is really good considering all the things you have to do. It's crazy. Yeah, it was like 2:03, and then we cut those 2 minutes. Just by discovering you could carry moves over. I'm not an expert in any percent because I'm learning 100% route just because I feel like you gotta 100% this game. You're used to speedruns being like 20 minutes? Well, Banjo Kazooie's any percent is 45 minutes and it's 100% is like 4 hours, so that's a thing. But what game's 20 minutes, actually? I'm curious now. I'm trying to think what game would be 20 minutes. Maybe Contra. Minecraft? Okay, I believe it, yeah. You could probably streamline that one. I bet you Contra could be streamlined for like a 20-minute. If I can beat Contra in half an hour just casually going. If you like don't die and have optimized movement, I bet you could easily do that in 20 minutes. Maybe less. Contra's fun. I might have to stream that one. I did a weekday one-off on it for 4th of July last year, but I'd love to stream that one another time. But, you know, I got a request to stream the rest of the Banjo playthrough, so here we are. Speedrunner The Sizzler is world record holder at time of writing for any percent set seed glitched and glitchless 2, so go Sizzy. Right now, Sizzler's world record is 2 minutes and 31 seconds, but the Minecraft community is always looking for ways to bring that time down. Wow! Minecraft is fast! Jeez, you know there's an 8-second world record for the first level of Doom. That's really cool. But I didn't know, like, I'm assuming that consists of beating the Ender Dragon. Yeah, the first level of Doom, Complex, there is an 8-second run, and it uses advanced movement strats that pretty much only the PvPers can pull off consistently. And the record list before it, that was 9 seconds, lasted from the release of the game to 2012? It was a 20-year-old record that got beat to create that 8-second time. 2 PvPers decided they were going to take up the challenge and began working at making an 8-second out of a 9-second. And the 9-second run is almost frame perfect down to everything. Or the 8-second, sorry. The 8-second run is almost frame perfect down to everything, which is insanity to watch. And it was not tool assisted. It was human reactions. It's incredible to watch. I'm sure if you look up 8-second Doom Complex run or 8-second Doom run, I bet you could find it really easily. And it's chaotic. It's amazing. It's fun to watch. Speedruns are just fun to watch. Which is why I want to learn to run this game, because I would love to start streaming those, but I'm only at Treasure Trove Cove in my run learning. So you know, I've got a ways to go before I'm putting down PBs. I'm still impressed. 2 minutes for Minecraft. I mean, it's set seed, so I guess that makes sense, because you know where everything is. All you got to do is go there. But even then, I'm assuming that's a beat the Ender Dragon run. You don't even know how. Like. Yeah. Usually Minecraft speedruns are Ender Dragon. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I watched one at a GDQ event. I wasn't there, but I watched like a VOD of the GDQ event. It was insane watching him beat the Ender Dragon so quickly. It wasn't a 2-minute run though. Like, jeez, that is incredibly fast. Crazy, man. Seeing speedruns in general is crazy. People have found ways to optimize games. A really fun one to watch. It's really uncommon to find runs of if you're not like really in the community. Pikmin speedruns. Because Pikmin's whole thing is it's an RTS. It's a unique one. It took a solid 10 minutes of fighting to beat the Ender Dragon with creative gotten gear. Dang. Yeah, I don't know how people do that. I've beaten the Ender Dragon, but it's been a long time, so it'd probably take me a little more than 10 minutes. But Yeah, no, it's crazy. Pikmin's a fun game to watch. I would recommend watching a speedrun of Pikmin if you haven't. Because it's just so unique in how it's an RTS, and there's so much management happening that it's actually impressive. Yeah, exactly. Pikmin's awesome. It's crazy what people do to speedrun the first Pikmin game. It's impressive, really. I can't believe how people optimize that game. People have optimized Animal Crossing for the GameCube. It's another uncommon one to see, but it's very impressive if you've ever watched Animal Crossing run. It's like an all deaths or whatever. It's insane. They like figured out how to stack items on top of each other in your house. How though? You like pay off all your house on the GameCube, and people figured out how to like duplicate items by stacking them or something like that. It's insanity to watch. GameCube Animal Crossing speedrun. It's crazy. Okay, I think I'm ready to do the thing I was initially planning to do when I went over to the blue guy, to the blue Jinjo. It's insanity, man. Speedrunning in general is just insanity. I find myself in awe every run I watch because people just get so dang creative with how they're gonna cut time in their favorite games and how they're gonna make their game viable for a speedrun. It is amazing, honestly. The stuff speedrunners come together to do just is always impressive. Right up here, we've got ourselves a nice little switch. And this switch... Oh, that's worrying. This switch opens the church. But the church is all the way over yonder, so we're gonna use our speed shoes. Oh, we missed. We gotta dash in the door before it closed. Big oak door is very tough. Stupid bear's not fast enough. She'll see. We're totally fast enough. I got music notes to collect somewhere, obviously. I'll figure it out. Have them all by the end, I suppose. It's crazy. Alrighty, I think we've... Oh, there's some up here, okay. I knew, my mind was telling me there were notes up top, and I'm like, no, it's just a mumbo token. No, there's 4 notes up here. 3 notes somewhere, we'll find them. Oh, I know where, too. We probably grabbed them over by the well over here, but that's whatever. We'll put that off until it's actually time to do that. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try to grab the speed shoes this time. That's gonna just save all kinds of time. Not missing the speed shoes. Or the turbo trainers. Sorry. Gotta use their official name here. Ooh, we made it! Amazing. Okay, I've got trivia about this room, too. But we're gonna hold off until the trivia is relevant, because that giant organ, that's the centerpiece of the room, does have relevancy to what you've got to do in here. So, like, I'm not gonna spoil what we've got to do in here. And I'll talk about it when we're doing the nice little thing. But this is the inside of the church. Don't ask why it's giant, I have no idea. I guess we're either tiny or the residents of the Mad Monster Mansion were giant. These teehees suggest the residents of Mad Monster Mansion were giant. The rest of the mansion does not suggest that. I don't know, maybe this is the church for giants. Alright, well you... Alright. Well, I'll be waiting for you when you get back, Red Knight. Okay. So, up here, we've got just notes. It's just a nice little thing that you gotta pick up. We beat our note score, I think. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Now we beat our note score. Okay. Up here is Motsand. Actually, we'll hold off on his trivia because we have to hop up to talk to him. And there's a little more to be done, I think. If I can... Can I get up there? No, we gotta hop up to him to get up there, so... Actually... Haha. Up here, there's some stuff to grab. We're gonna basically clear out the room, and then we're gonna talk about some Motsand trivia. Hey, yo, what's up? Take it, you're back then. Well, we've got our notes up here. That's pretty much everything. So this is Motsand. I couldn't tell you what the sheet music says, but with ease. But can you follow him on the keys? I can. You snagged iPad so you could watch it on that. Gotcha. Okay, so here we've got to mimic what Motsand plays. However, if you listen carefully, these keys do not mimic what they would do on an organ. What these keys do is, no matter what key he presses, it will always match the root of the chord that's playing in the theme. So basically, he never changes his pattern either. So speedrunners memorize how he moves, and they rapidly do it, and you'll get different keys that make the same noise. And it's because they don't actually play their corresponding note. They play the root of the chord, which is also why you can get different noises. Watch. See? It made a different noise, and this key made the same noise. It's a fun little music piece of trivia, but I am in love with it. It's so interesting. See? Two different keys making the same noise and the same key making a different noise. It's so crazy. Easter eggs are the best. I remember Grant Kirkhope talking about how annoying it was to rig this up. He was like, yeah, I had to rig up a piano to play the root of the chord of the theme. It was terrible. It's his whole thing. So I guess it was incredibly difficult to rig up the music to match with the keys. But I couldn't tell you what the sheet music says. I don't know. If anyone knows how to read sheet music, I would love to see someone go back in the footage once it's uploaded to YouTube and just check out that sheet music and let me know if it's some really cool like piece, or if like when played it matches the music in the room. That'd be really cool. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a jarble of notes that don't sound good. I couldn't tell you. Okay. Yeah, no, we need to land. Which switch? That which switch, Jiggy, is one I mentioned in the Freezy Peak episode, I think. Or it was at least the episode where we got the Freezy Peak one, so it might have been the Gobies episode. This is precarious. Yeah, there's no way centering that. There we go, we made it. Ooh! So here's a fun little glitch. So when you ground pound, you see Banjo does a little T-pose thing. If you ride that T-pose off here, you take no fall damage, regardless of the height. And you can do that on any ledge in the game. That's a fun little glitch, because Banjo T-poses his way down without taking fall damage. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to go grab... Okay. How many jiggies do we have? Let me just view totals. 6. Okay, there's one jiggy I can go get somewhere, I think. Right? Uh-oh. I'm racking my brain trying to think of what I need to grab. I don't know. We're gonna go do what I have in mind, and then if I suddenly realize what I need to do, that'll be outstanding. So over here, there's this crack in the wall. We hop over, and Mumbo's hut is here. I feel like there's something behind it. Nope. I always check though. Here we go. Mumbo Jumbo is our resident shaman, as we know. I believe up here there's something. There's golden feathers. That's it. Okay, well. Let's just transform. What's up? Hello, the SJA, the Thesja. Hello there. Mumbo proud of pumpkin spell and make good soup. We're playing Banjo Kazooie, working our way through Mad Monster Mansion here. Okay, so as the pumpkin, this is where I get to tell my little story here actually of my weathered history with this stage. So there is a Jiggy. This Jiggy has troubled me for years. If you come back here through the maze by the church, there's this little area you cannot access any other way. And there's a ramp up to the roof of the house. You cannot access the roof of the house any other way as the pumpkin. The problem with that is, remember that thick drain pipe from earlier? Well, that is where we find a Jiggy. And we have to fall through as the pumpkin to grab that Jiggy. So you have to get on the roof. It took me years to figure this out. It was ridiculous. I could not for the life of me find that. And when I did find out what you had to do, I just couldn't find the ramp up. I swear. It was the hardest part for me, was finding my way up. And that Jiggy taunted me for forever. And I think the thing that made it stick with me is I actually, in elementary school, had a teacher who heard me talking about the game and was like, no way, you know what game that is? Because they had played Banjo-Kazooie when they were younger. And so there was a decision to try to see who could beat the game 100% first. And the thing that was holding me from that 100% was the drain pipe Jiggy. And so I have a personal vendetta with it. Or no, we have to go back on the roof. Good thing I went over here. But we have to go back on the roof for another little thing. But yeah, no, that's that drain pipe Jiggy will always stick with me. It's really something else. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a nice little expo of skill here. Come on. Oh, there we go. Come on. Okay. Yep. Amazing. Alright, now that we're up here, one of these windows, or no, both of these windows is where we need to go, because we have things to collect. Right here, empty honeycomb. Actually, do I have both of them for this world? Because I forget where the other one is. This image to solve the puzzle. Yeah, I'm glad I finally managed to figure it out. It just took so long that it always sticks with me. Like, I don't know, it's one of those weird things. It's like, I don't know. I can't think of another example that sticks with me quite like the drain pipe Jiggy does. It's an interesting one, definitely. But we got both the honeycombs, and then Lago here. Happy landings, little one. He says he got a collectible if you talk to him, so you have to be small enough for him to flush you. I love how sad the music is. I'm gonna let it play for a minute. It knows you're in a toilet. It knows this is nasty. I did it for the gold feathers. That's all you need to do. Oh, there's a Mumbo token. I'll grab that on my way up. That's all you need to do down here. Once again, Grant Kirkhope showing off his composing skills, being like, yeah, you're in a toilet. I can't believe you went in there. Now wash your hands, you filthy bear. Well, do you one better. I'll jump in the bathtub, because I want the feathers. But, there we go. Washed. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, now we get to go to the well, which I was talking about earlier. How, for a while, speedrunners decided they were not going to go in there as the pumpkin because they thought it was faster. And then they found out it is absolutely faster because a random Let's Player just kind of accidentally got a better time. You know, speedrunners were doing the speedrunner thing of, oh, it's unintended, so it's faster. And then, yeah, it was the opposite of faster. Because you used to swim in the well, and that was sketchy. I used to do it casually because I was like, oh yeah, that's how the speedrunners do it. It's the cool kid way. It was not the cool kid way. This is underwater, surprisingly enough. If you enter through the top, it's water. But you know. This is how you're supposed to come through here. No, imagine swimming through here. It's just, ow, it's rough. There we go. It's not a good time. 4 notes. That's not good. Oh, I know where they are. I was just looking at them. Hold on. Jeez, 1 Jiggy, I don't know. Think. I did Napper. I got the Jinjo Jiggy. Despite what it looks like, I died, to clarify. Maybe I have to recollect that, but I don't think so. I got the church Jiggy, both the one on the top and the one inside. I got the flower pots. I just got the well. Got moat sand. Uh-oh. I don't like it when this happens. This is bad. I know we don't need to be a pumpkin anymore because we've done all the pumpkin things. We will have to come back and be a pumpkin again. But there's a Jiggy in here we need to get that I did not as Banjo. So we need to go find that. Where would that be? That's why we don't space out while we're playing. I could try doing this again, but I'm almost certain I got the Jiggy for this, and then I died. And the Jiggies don't reset. Just the notes. You get to listen to the thank you / FU pots. If you're wearing headphones, it's so very clear that it's a very exaggerated thank you from Grant, but like, if you imagine it on a CRT, low quality, N64, man, it's very, very, very possible you hear FU, which is, yeah, something. I still don't get how Nintendo was really worked up about that, but they didn't get worked up over the Gobi's Valley line of "How's your nuts, bark breath" or anything like that. And I know Kazooie was talking to a tree, but we all know the suggestion there. Or how it's possible for the Brentilda trivia that you get, for her to say that Gruntilda's party trick is a disturbing striptease, which is very not PG. Yeah, okay, I did get that Jiggy, but no, Brentilda can say that Gruntilda's party trick is a ugly, scary striptease, and that is not E for everyone, despite what the game's rating would say. And Nintendo and ESRB are like, yeah, whatever. Banjo Kazooie is an interesting game. It's very unique in how it works. Oh, what's back here? Oh, that's the maze. I don't know what Jiggy I could be missing right now. Am I gonna need to pull up a wiki guide midstream, man? I might have to. I really don't know what I'm missing. Oh, I might. Oh man, what am I missing here? I've got an idea, but I really don't know what I'm missing. in Mad Monster Mansion, which is rough. Okay, let's see. Down in here, I'm gonna double check. Some of these are breakable, and I think in one of them there is a Jiggy that I missed. There's a Mumbo token. You can hear the Jinjo, but again, we got the... There it is. We got the Ginger Jiggy. So we're all good. We got this Jiggy. And again, I'm going to save this room's relevancy to Stop and Swap for the finale of the Banjo Kazooie series, which will be a scripted and edited video. I know, shocker. Where I explain Stop and Swap in further detail than my whole moment that I spent looking at the ice key. Okay, so we actually need to go turn back into a pumpkin to go get ready for the next level. Oh, whoops. Glad I didn't need a wiki guide there. That would have been really, really embarrassing. That's like the walk of shame, alright? If you've 100%ed a game multiple times and then you start doing it live and you need a wiki guide in the first level, that is the walk of shame. But we're okay. Okay. So we're gonna get ready for the next level, and then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna do the outro for the YouTube peeps, because I am recording this to get uploaded to YouTube for the finishing of the series, and it'll sound like I'm doing the outro, you know. But Twitch people don't go anywhere because the stream's not going to end. I'm just going to start up a new recording, do the intro again, and we'll head to the next level. But yeah, that's what's going to happen here once we come on back and get ready for the next level. So that's my fair warning. So why we broke this grate before we entered is because back here we can only enter this hut. Oh, well, when Tootie is a big old lump, I've just the frock to hide her rump. Right here, we can only enter this building as the pumpkin. But we need to enter here to get what's inside this coffin. But lucky for us, Mumbo's here to let us have access to that coffin. This is a pretty convoluted transformation thing. And the tee-hee's getting in the camera. Oh, we're green. No, it's just a tee-hee. There we go. I was going to say, don't make me waste all my golden feathers on a tee-hee. Here we go. In here, there is a water level meter. If you remember that room we were in earlier when we swam out to open Mad Monster Mansion, you'll remember water was a little low. Well, we can raise it. And then to exit, we need to turn into a pumpkin again. And there's one other thing we need to do as a pumpkin, so it's a good thing that we can turn into one right here. And I believe I mentioned this in a previous episode of the Banjo playthrough. Unless, no, I might have mentioned it in my last stream where I was testing out Twitch stuff, and I was playing Banjo Kazooie. Mumbo Jumbo, at the end of a spell, he does like an Ubaraka, like a little shout thing. But that is not gibberish. Once again, Grant Kirkhope slipped a little bit of subliminal funny in there. The day he recorded that, he was having some pain in his crotch, or as the British would say, his knackers. And so he was going around the office every other step, ooh me knackers, ooh me knackers, ooh me knackers. And so when he got into the booth to record that, he decided it would be funny if he exaggerated the odd syllables to make it sound a little more gibberish and shout, Umanakas! And that became Mumbo Jumbo's final yell when he finishes a spell. So, yeah. Grant Kirkhope sliding in with some subliminal, not-so-PG pieces again. Well, there's Bruntilda, so we'll talk to her when we come back out. But also, if we duck up in here, there is Cheeto the Spellbook. And we need to talk to him. Cheeto, Bear, and Bird have found once more another spell they get. If one more page I see you turn, then Grunty shall Cheeto burn. Nasty witches, code I shall tell. Enter red feathers on Sandcastle floor in Treasure Trove Cove. And that'll give us a fun little cheat. It's similar to the eggs, but feathers. Basically, we double our maximum red feathers. We'll do that, but there's another cheat to grab. So we'll talk to Brentilda, end the YouTube episode. Twitch people stick around, because we're just going to keep going. Hello, Brentilda. Revolting Brentilda's bedroom has dirty undies hanging from the ceiling. She also has an eyeball flower growing in a pot beside her bed. Filthy old bag. And you'd be sick if you saw her enormous, sweaty yellow undies. Huh. Okay, well, what's going to happen here is we're going to end the episode for YouTube. And remember, Twitch people, the stream isn't ending. Stick around. So, YouTube people, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one where we will tackle the next level. Goodbye. Alright, hey, post-production Keegan here again. I realized that I missed those 4 notes. I said I was going to put them off so I didn't die, and then I forgot them in Mad Monster Mansion. And I didn't read the note score thing that says we had a note score of 96. This is addressed later on in one of the next videos, and I do take care of it, but I didn't record that. I did that on the stream just because we don't really need the bonus footage of me running around Mad Monster Mansion to collect all those notes again, plus the 4 notes that I've already collected before and pointed out. So, don't worry, we have an 100 note score, we get everything done, and I even mention it in a future episode, but I just wanted to end this one by saying, we got it. It's okay, don't worry, the 100%'s still there, we got all 100 notes in Mad Monster Mansion, and yeah, enjoy your day. Bye!